Dave, this might be my first great race, but I think I've got this navigation stuff nailed. I've gone through all the notes and the instructions. Let's make it right up here.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? We should have made a left back there. We just need to turn this thing around. Sorry, I'll get it right. I'll get it right now. Yeah, a left. Yes. You know, one mistake, right? Just. Whoa, Dave, it's 22 miles an hour. Slow down here. Whoops. You're not going to believe this, Dave. I had the instructions upside down. We should be doing 55. You might step on it. Now we're back on track, I think. Just trying to see where we're going next. How do you think I'm doing with this navigation stuff so far?
Yeah, you're nailing it, dude.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is fun. Hey, I probably should have used the facilities the last stop. Do you think we can pull over? I gotta tinkle.
Lift up on the handle.
Okay, yeah. And then, yeah, I'll be right back. I'll make it quick, I promise. I can't. Wait! How are you gonna know where you're going? Dave! A world of wonder, where fantastical music machines provide the soundtrack for a tantalizing stroll through history. Vintage automobiles and memorabilia stimulate the senses around every chromed curve and corner. This is Inside Stahls. The Great Race was started in 1983 by automotive enthusiasts Tom McRae and Norman Miller. Their idea to race clean World War II vehicles across country for a cash prize seemed crazy at first, but 2025 marks 42 years of the Great Race. The green flag drops on June 21st in St. Paul, Minnesota, and concludes 9 days later in Irmo, South Carolina. And the enthusiasm and excitement at Stahls' weekly cruise night is palpable. You ever heard of the Great Race?
No, I haven't.
I was just wondering if you're looking forward to the Great Race this year.
Yes, I am.
Have you followed it in the past?
I'm entering this in it.
Are you?
No.
What do you know about the Great Race?
It's a big race, obviously, no. But yeah, I mean, it's with the older cars, and they go quite a, big, long distance, traveling all around pretty much. So yeah, I mean, I think it's what older movie they had out back in the day, didn't they?
That's right, yes.
Yeah,
It was a movie.
yeah, remember that, yeah. Right, yeah.
This 1932 Ford Speedster is getting ready to run what's believed to be its 20th Great Race, and it will do so as a past grand champion. With Josh Hall and Trevor Stahl at the helm, one of Henry's finest here, capture the checkered flag in 2022. This car was originally built as a dirt track racer in 1988 by a man named Kyle Martin from Houston, Texas. It's powered by a Ford 21-stud flathead V8. It's featured a couple of different liveries over the years, but for the 1988 race, it wore red and white stripes and a white nose and was named Spirit of America. In 1990, it was all white, presumably a sponsor's preference. But shortly after it was purchased by Stahls, it was fitted in red, white, and blue, and fittingly renamed Stars and Stripes. This look has been featured prominently in magazine articles, race brochures, and other ads and artworks touting the Great Race. Quite simply, it's a winner. So is Trevor Stahl, who with Josh Hull drove this car into the Great Race Winner's Circle in 2022. Trevor, I know you couldn't be with us here today, but when you think back to winning the Great Race in 2022, what are the memories and emotions that are attached to that?
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. We had done really well throughout the whole race. We won a couple days. We were always in the top 3 to 5, so we know we were up there. But we had no idea going in, to the winners finish line. But when they announced our name, it was pretty special, and starting to get goosebumps just talking about it.
The race has been called a test of one's mental agility. Why is it called that, and how does it test the mental agility?
Yeah, I tell you, I wouldn't be able to do it with my wife because one of us would end up on the side of the road. But there's a lot of bickering going back and forth. But basically, the driver just has to listen to the navigator, do what they say, and then all will be well.
When you're competing, who and what are you competing against? Is it the other cars and drivers, or is it the clock?
Yeah, so a true race, we're competing against ourselves. We don't know where there's checkpoints. There could be anywhere from 5 to 9 checkpoints throughout the day. We don't know where they're at. Yes, you have other cars that really the only way that they're going to start to catch you with the better scores is if they do have an older car with that old age handicap.
There's no GPS, there's no computers. Heck, the speedometer is even taped over. So how do you go about navigating your way through the race?
You got to look through the instructions. They want you to make some speed charts, prior to the race to figure out what your acceleration times are, what your turn loss is for different speeds, whether you're going 30 miles an hour and then you got to go 40 miles an hour. But yeah, it's brutal because there's, comes quick, take a right, take a left, straight through. And it's a lot of, you're calculating math, on the side, real quickly because you don't want to make and miss a wrong turn. You end up in the wrong state.
What's the worst you've been lost or off course?
Thankfully, we have not been lost or off course. We have, missed a turn where we're screeching, the tires and, maybe almost go into a ditch, but we've never been, too far off course. There's a lot of times where we're thinking, we might have missed a sign or whatnot, but thankfully we haven't gone too far off course.
Maybe someone is seeing this and hearing about the Great Race for the first time, but they think this might be something they would like to do. What's the best advice you would give them before jumping into something like this?
Well, the first thing, you have to love, classic cars, old cars, and you have to have a reliable car, to be able to get through the 2,500 mile race. So, just getting it prepared, but you go on greatrace.com and there's tons of videos, how-to videos of how to get it prepared, what the race is like. And I would say jump all in. We always say it's a trip of a lifetime that we're fortunate to do every single year.
Trevor Stahl of Stars and Stripes and the Great Race. Trevor, thank you so much for making the time and best of luck this year.
Thank you so much.
It won't be long now. Stars and Stripes will take off from St. Paul, Minnesota on June 21st and precisely pick its way through the back roads and scenic byways of the Midwest, Kentucky, and the Virginias before arriving in South Carolina on June 29th, where the next grand champion will be crowned and a $50,000 prize awaits. And you can follow along at greatrace.com. Just show me the way. That way. I knew that.